Today we are going to cook a Filipino pork steak. If there is a beef steak, there is also a Filipino pork steak. This one is very easy because you're only gonna need a pork chop, onion, spices, oil, black pepper, and this is only optional because I like garlic, so I put garlic in it. You also gonna need a lime. We're gonna start with marinating. You can use either calamansi, which is a Filipino lime, but in my case, since I have a plant or a lime tree, we call it calamansi in the Philippines. So I'm gonna pick it up from my yard. I'm gonna choose this one because it's look really ripe already. So I'm just gonna roll it on the side. Okay, and then there's another one over here. The smell of this lime is really good. See that? Perfect. Another name of this, it's called calamundin, but we call it in the Philippines calamansi. Okay, so you can use this to marinate your pork steaks. Don't forget to wash your calamansi or lime. Wash it thoroughly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to cut our calamansi or calamundin or any lime. Squeeze it into the pork chop. This smells good. And then we're gonna have to add pepper and the soy sauce. You can use any kind of soy sauce. It doesn't need to be like the Asian soy sauce. So I don't put salt anymore because maybe later on just to add taste. So because soy sauce is already salty, and this is optional. I'd like to add a little bit of oyster sauce. Okay. And then you can add sugar, but since I am diabetic, so I'm gonna add a Splenda or any sweetener. Okay. And then you're just gonna have to mix it. Okay. Mix it like that. Mix and mix and mix. We're gonna have to use the juice of this marinade later on. Okay, so you can marinate this for 30 minutes to an hour. So while we're marinating this, we're just gonna have to cut the rest of our ingredients. It's supposed to be white onion, but since I don't have white onion, I'm just gonna use the red one. So this one, it's gonna be cut like a ring. Okay, now we already cut it. All right, so this is the onion looks like. It's gonna be look like this. It's gonna be a ring. Okay, you have to separate them, or it will separate by itself later on when you cooked it. All right, so let's set aside over here, and then let's wait until this marination will be finished. Let's the marinade and the juice sink into the meat, and the garbage is gonna go to my garden as compost. Okay, see you in 30 minutes.
Much later.
Marinated the pork for an hour because I have to finish Netflix that I'm watching. The Baby Reindeer. I finished one episode. After I marinated for 1 hour, we're gonna have to heat up our pan. We're gonna have to add an oil. We're gonna have to fry the pork chops. As you can see over here, it's perfectly marinated, and I can see that it's all the way through. at least 2 at a time. It depends on how big is your pan. This one is very easy, and it's really good over the rice. And I don't eat rice no more, so this is gonna be over the quinoa rice. This is a little bit similar to adobo, but you know, this one contains with lime, and adobo contains with vinegar. So that's the difference in between of adobo and pork steak. You can do this as well for beef. If you have a beef, then use the beef. But the beef should be like a thin slice, very thin slice, not super thick, because it doesn't really gonna taste good. So it should be the thin slice. This is my garden, and I have some plants over here. This is an Asian eggplant that I have here, and I have some tomatoes. It's all grown up already. I have some squash. I have some beans sprouting. The beans is going up to the vine. Okay, and this is where they're gonna crawl. That is the squash right there. This one over here is a bitter melon. That one is a bitter melon. That is a beans, squash. I have some chili right here. Okay, bell pepper. That's a green bell pepper. And this one is also beans. And this one is the cucumber right here. So I have cucumber right down there. This is cucumber, but this one is grapes. This one is grapes. On the other side, I have some cilantro. Cilantro is growing up. Another baby chili. This is a Filipino chili. I think that's the red one. And another tomato, the Bella tomato. And the okra is right here. This is perfectly done. It should be look like this. Okay, it should be look like that. All right, let's put it aside. And let's do the second batch. This is the last batch of the frying. So the rest of them is right here. So I have 6 total pork chops that I fried already. The last batch will stay in the pan because we're gonna have to put all of this back to the pan. So we could use all that leftover spices in there, plus the little bit of the oil in it. But I don't like so much of oil, so I'm taking out some. In the same pan, we're gonna have to put it back, our pork chops that has been already fried. This is how it's look like, supposed to be after you fried, okay? Not overcooked, but just enough. Okay, we're gonna have to put it back to the pan. Right there. All right. And then what we're gonna do is add the rest of the marinade. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this strainer because there's seeds over there and a little bit of stirring going on, so everything will go in. So I don't get all of those seeds. So that is boiling right now. I'm gonna add a little bit. Look at that, it's gonna be creamy because of the marinade. So it's let it boil and simmer. Okay. And for me, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Just a little bit for simmer. And then you're gonna have to cover it and let it simmer for a while. Get ready with your onion, okay? Onion is here. If you like a lot of onion, you can put a lot of onion. I like a lot of onion. That's the reason why I have a lot of onion in it. So I'm adding a little bit of, this is just a sweetener, okay? You can use a regular sugar. Okay, let's go and check our beef steaks. Look at that. It's really look good. Take a look. All right, as you can see, it's simmering. All right, let's go and check them out. So I'm gonna go and turn them over the other side. There we go. All right, I think this one is now ready. Ooh, look at the soy sauce. Okay, so you can taste it. If the salt is enough for you, then it's enough. Okay, my salt is enough, so it's okay. I'm going to sprinkle my onion at this time. I can taste the sourness and the sweetness of the lime and the garlicky flavor. Some people don't put garlic, but I do. We're not gonna overcook the onion. Alright, so onion is done. I like a lot of onions. More of the onion over here, leftover onion. So I'm gonna have to just use this instead. So that's how it looks like. Okay. And then simmer a little bit more until the onion is going to be cooked.
6 months later.
Pork steak is ready and already cooked. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to go plate them. Alright, so we're gonna have to take out all the pork, take out all the pork chop and line them up over on this beautiful plate. Alright. Plus we have to join it off, right? My mouth is already watering, like I'm ready to eat my rice. I mean my quinoa rice. And that's gonna be our pork steak. Okay. Now this is the exciting part. We're gonna have to add the sauce on the top. Ooh, here we go. That's the sauce. Okay. All right. Now here we go. This is our Filipino pork steak a la Elliot. Hope you enjoy my cooking class today. This is my own style of cooking the Filipino pork steak. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next vlog. Thank you and have a great day. Shout out to my American Airlines co-workers. I know you guys are watching all the time. I can see that, especially my cooking lesson. So this is for you. First bite is for you. Shout out to Nancy. Nancy, thank you. I'm wearing this today. And see you in the next cooking class or see you in my next vlog. Have a great day.